Hi, I'm Olivia. First of all, I would like to say that it is my pleasure to have this chance to share at Golden Keys Basic with you. It is my first try to share in English, and I'll try my best to deliver the message. So I hope you can understand my broken English. And also, you can ask your outline if you got any question. In this at Golden Keys Basic, I'll not talk about the way to do it. I'll just share what is the 8 keys stand for and why is it important. It is much easier to build our Amway business with these 8 golden keys because we might face many problems with our new ABOs and builder. If we don't have this SOP, it is quite hard to duplicate a standard answer to our group, such as, how many people should I contact? So, with this SOP, we all got the same answer. We can duplicate the same when we go down and teach our group, even if our upline helping us to teach our downline. We all duplicate the same so that our group can grow bigger and bigger. This SOP helps us a lot in our Amway business. All we need to do is to be a good follower, follow 100% and don't change it. Because this is created by our account ambassador. He has much experience in this business. After learning these 8 golden keys, you'll realize that it is part of our business tree. The concept of this business tree is we can get the result immediately because it takes 5 to 10 years to grow a tree. We have to put in a lot of effort to get the result because we are not earning instant money or illegal things. The estimated time to achieve DD is 1 to 2 years if we follow this SOP. If we achieve DD too fast, we can make sure whether our business tree is stable or not. So, if someone asking, how long can I achieve DD if I follow this SOP to build my business? I'll say that it will be 1 to 2 years or more. If it is less than 1 year, then we can analyze our business tree and see whether it is stable or not. Or maybe it is because of super sales. So this is the concept of business tree. More stable, more strong, more big, and more fast by using these 8 golden keys. If it is not important, everyone will just build their business in their own ways. And it is very hard to duplicate the same to everyone in their group, so the group won't become bigger. What's the power of this SOP? This SOP is created by Tanishi and Deborah. He achieved diamond in just 20 months and break Taiwan's record. He chose to rest after he achieved his diamond. One day, he received a call from Amway and was told that he achieved his EDC and was invited to the EDC recognition. During the recognition, he set a new goal that he wanted to achieve Crown Ambassador. After that, he achieved Crown Ambassador in just 10 months. Then, he started his Amway business in China and achieved Crown Ambassador in 14 months and break the world's record. That's why we can believe in his 8 golden keys. Why 10 calls, 3 appointments a day? This is all created by his own experience. It is possible to achieve DD in just 1 year if we follow the standard of this SOP. We can also achieve Emerald and Diamond if we complete all the steps and details and also willing to help others and put it a lot of effort and hard work. So we might achieve 12% in 3 months, 21% in 6 months, and also platinum DD in 1 to 2 years if we build our 9044 in correct way. So today, we are not talking about the way to do it. I'll share and explain the concept about 8 golden keys. You can learn more in advanced class after this basic class. There is a high complexity behind the simplicity, which means this SOP looks really simple, but it is hard to create the number because it was created by many years of experience. Example, many of us are using iPhone because it is very simple and easy to use. But behind the simplicity, the team of Apple put in a lot of time, effort, hard work, and experience to create the system iOS, the design, the function, and so on. And now, the high complexity already done by Sunny Shi. So we just need to use and follow the simplicity part. So here's personal growth and team win. So which will you choose in between these two? I'll choose both because we have to personal growth first, then our group will grow with us, which is called team win. And also we can multiply our market, power, and performance. Some of them, their power growth, but performance maintained. And some of them, their performance growth, but power maintained. So the keyword between power and performance is duplicate. Follow the SOP. What we have to do is learn and do all the basics and duplicate them in beginner level to our group. What if they want to learn more? Who can help us to train them? That is our system, ECVI. And Amway will help us to train them to the next level. So what should we do if we want to multiply our power and performance? Is to duplicate the same mindset, attitude, language, and action. So when our upline talk about builder list, then we have to know what is builder list. When our upline talk about 100 bucks, we have to know what is 100 bucks. When our upline say Google Drive, then we have to know where to get it. You can ask your upline if you don't know what is builder list, 100 bucks, and Google Drive. What about mindset and attitude, which is upline is advisor, downline is decision maker. This is what we have to standardize, then our group will grow. So there is 4 stages in 8 golden keys, which is planning, positioning, performance, and structuring. So the first key is 10 plus 3 plus 1. 10 is stand for 10 effective call. Because there are many ways to present this, but if we follow this SOP, 10 effective call is what to do in 1 day, not in 1 week. How to say it is effective? We have to invite and ask for their time, no matter their answer is yes or no. It also counts as effective call. Call is the most effective way to invite because every call needs just only 3 minutes. But 3 minutes is just a guideline. It depends on situation. Then the 3 It stands for 3 appointments. So, how many appointments can we make in between 10 effective calls? Is it possible that we couldn't make 3 appointments in 10 calls? Or is it possible to make 9 appointments in 10 calls? Remember that not every time we can make 3 appointments in 10 calls, but mostly we will get 3. And also, this is just a guideline and estimated flow. So, the 1 is stand for meet a stranger in every day, because nowadays it is much more easier to know more people through social media. So here is the question. When should I do double, which is 20, 6, 2? When we are full-time in Amway, we should double up our action, which is 20, 6, 2. So this is the first key, 10 plus 3 plus 1. 10 effective calls, 3 appointments, and meet 1 stranger. Should we scold our downline if they can make it? Like, I already told you to do this, and why you didn't call any of them, you lazy ass. So remember that this business is belong to ourselves, not others. Upline is always advisor, downline is decision maker. They choose to do or not. We don't have the right to scold any of them. So if someone asks what success is, I'll tell you it's the first key, 10 plus 3 plus 1. We must accept the result if we didn't follow and couldn't make it. We have to follow 100% if we wish to qualify DD in 1 year. If we follow 50%, then we'll get 50% result. If we follow 100%, then we'll get 100% result. It's that simple. Our downline can actually call 3, 4, or no one. But if they ask us how to success in Amway, then 10 plus 3 plus 1, that's all. So for the 10 effective calls can also be differentiated. For new builder, all we need to do is OPP and demo. After a lot of OPP and demo, we'll have to follow and service them. At that time, we have to switch our mode to 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4 is for sleeping ABO, which means they already signed up but didn't do anything. So we have to invite them out and slot some value to them. 3 is for active ABO, and 2 is for lesson 1, lesson 2. And 1 is for stranger, which is without relationship base. We can ask them out for lunch, dinner, or tea break to build relationship. In this SOP, this kind of prospect just 1 per day because it is low productivity. So we need to put more time to the 4 sleeping ABO because they already know OPP but at the wrong timing. If we keep follow up them, maybe they will active when the timing is right. I show you this because it is in our SOP, but I'm not sure what's your situation now, so you can analyze yourself or with your upline. If you realize that your lesson 1 and 2 is not enough, then you can call all the 10 effective invites for this purpose. So the next is 5H follow-up. We can use this when we meet someone new. The first is to praise him, find out his good point and advantage. because everyone is very happy to hear that and willing to chat more with you. The second is to overestimate his income. When we meet someone new, we can start with praising them. Example, if your prospect is study in IT, then we can say, oh, I know that it's not easy to study in IT, you're so clever. Then overestimate his income. I'm sure that your income is very high, but actually you already know that how much his income is, you just double and triple it. His reaction will be like, no lah, where got this high? So the next is to suspicion of him. Like, really meh? Impossible eh? Then caring for him. Then the last is to help him. I got an opportunity here and you can start to invite him. This is just an example. There are many ways to invite, so you can find out your own way, but just to make sure it is effective. So this is 5-page follow-up. We always use it on every different people. So in 10 plus 3 plus 1, which is most important number? It is 3. Because it is nothing if we only got 10 effective calls, but we couldn't make any appointments. If we are really hardworking, we can continue invite more than 10 calls until there is 3 appointments. It depends on you. Different people, different standard. Set it flexible, no matter you can make it or not. We have to accept the result comes slow if we choose to do it slow. If we hope to get the result fast, then we can choose to follow the higher standard. So the second key is 1 plus 1 plus 1. For a new builder, might be very blur when starting to build Amway business. Like, what should I do? And what kind of appointment I'm going to do. If we don't have 8 golden keys, we'll just like losing GPS signal. So the 3 appointments are categorized in this 1, 1, 1. The first is the most important. It is not only OPP and demo, because OPP and demo are just one of the action in lesson 1. So it is important to align and standardize what we say and duplicate the same to our downline. This is how we record, and you can refer to your outline. This. And also 100 bucks. So what is lesson 1? If we ask our friend out for tea, does it count as lesson 1? Yes, because our purpose is to OPP him. But remember that this lesson 1 is not complete yet. We still have to follow up them with full OPP and demo. If we meet him for atmosphere demo, is it lesson 1? Yes, but not complete yet. We have to follow up with OPP. What if I OPP him but forgot to do two-phase demo in lesson 1? Is it lesson 1? Yes, but not complete yet. Still have to add on the demo. So for the 100 bucks, you realize that your 9044 will complete first even you haven't filled in all the 100 bucks. It is very easy to fill in the box. We just have to complete lesson 1 and lesson 2. So the third key is lesson 1. What is lesson 1? We can ask them to join Amway in any form and complete the lesson 1. So no matter how they join Amway, with OPP, facial, nutrition, cooking, or else, just make sure that our purpose is to OPP them. The standard of lesson 1 is very simple. After that, you just link him to OPP. Remember that full OPP marketing plan and demo is a must. If our hardware, which means our skill, has no problem, what we can improve is our software, which is our mindset and thinking. Before we duplicate and teach them to our group, we must align our mindset and language first, then duplicate the same to them. After lesson 1, what we have to do is CREP formula. We can find CREP formula in action step, which is 4.3. So, what is CREP formula? It means immune mindset to our prospect. There's many ways to do it, so you can do it in any way you like. But I'll show you the easiest way here, which is if your tooth pain, will you go to see dentist or car mechanic? Of course, we'll go to see dentist because he is professional in this. So if you got any question about Amway, then find the one who professional in Amway. That is us. You will have the advantage if you dare to say that you are a professional in Amway, but make sure you are professional before you say that. So it is very important to improve ourselves, which means it is very important to attend every single meetings and meet our upline. Remember that we have to take the initiative to find our upline, not our upline come to find us. So why did it call CREP formula? Because the 4 legs on the left hand side are telling us bad things, which is maybe our family, relatives, and friends. They are also in the group of non-professional in Amway because they don't really know how Amways work. On the other side, they are professional in Amway and they will tell us how Amway really works. So if you listen to the group of non-professional, maybe you'll make the decision to quit Amway. But if you listen to the group of professionals, maybe you'll make the decision to build and success this CREP formula. Why 24? Because after lesson 1, and this, they will feel that the way you do Amway is different with others. Because some of the ABOs, they treat their prospect like ATM machine. They always ask their prospect and downline and hard sell them. So you got the power if you dare to ask them to promise you these 2 things. The 4th key is lesson 2. In this lesson 2, what we have to do is to solve their problem and improve their ability and make simple positioning with them, but not to ask them to enter to the market yet. So they won't die easily when they enter the market because we already give them the mindset. Refer to 8 golden keys. This is what we have to do in lesson 2. Follow up them in between 24 to 48 hours after lesson 1. First, we must understand that it doesn't mean that our prospect want to become a builder even though they decided to join Amway after OBB. And also, it doesn't mean that they don't want to build Amway business even though they didn't join Amway in lesson 1. So in lesson 2, we can find out whether they want to build Amway or not. We can also refer lesson 2 in our action step. It is in 5th step. So lesson 2 is to solve their problem, do basic demo, and visit shop. And 5.4 is positioning. Let our prospect choose to become customer or builder. Before that, make sure to let them know the difference between customer and builder. For customer, they just want to buy and use the products. So they no need to improve themselves, and it doesn't matter whether they earning money in Amway or not. But for builder, they wish to earn extra income in Amway. So they need to attend every meeting to learn and improve themselves. So now you choose to become customer or builder, and they will like, oh, I would like to earn some extra income here. Then we have done step 5 and positioning. Because he already chose to be a builder, whether in our setting or in his own setting. So we have aligned the setting. We don't have to guess that we want to become customer or builder. Just ask them. If we think that he is builder, then we'll treat him like builder. Actually, he just wants to be a customer and buy some products to use. And he will confuse that why you always keep telling and teaching him how to build this business. If we choose to become customer, then we can proceed service step, which is also in our action step. 80% about product knowledge, 20% about value in Amway. Why? Because we can still transform them from customer to builder. If they choose to become builder, then we can proceed step 6 and give them builder list and explain it. There's things that they need to do. We can arrange home visit within 3 days. The purpose of house visit is not telling Amway to their family, just to let them know who you are and let them willing to let their son to following you to any Amway's event. So our mindset and the way we talk must be mature. So this is the 4 basic skills: product demo, marketing plan, invitation skill, and answering objection. This is what to do in lesson 2. So for the time planning, we can also let them know how many times we are going to meet in a week. But don't worry, because Builder List will remind us. Builder List is a good tool to remind us to do all the steps, so we won't miss any step. Remember that it is not to check what our downline do, and this is not report. It is just like a GPS to let them know what they need to do. Then we accompany them to do it. And also, no matter they choose to do or not, we are just advisor. We don't have the right to scold them. If we follow Builder List, there are house meeting and center meeting in the list, so that it can remind us how many times a week we can tell our downline. This Builder List is created by Alvin Ice and keep improving in these 5 years. So now we are very lucky to have this Builder List. It is way more easier to remind us and and also our downline. So for the change, use, know, share are also in builder list. We will know how to share it if we know how to use builder list properly. The next is provide OPP book and demo kit. This is also in our builder list because it is quite hard to remind us through slide if we don't have any hard copy. So we can print the builder list out and duplicate them to our downline. It is really much more easier to remind and duplicate. So the next is visit shop and order products. We can also find it in action step, which is 5.2. So this is what to do in lesson 2 to improve their confidence, reduce their suspicion, upgrade and improve them. So the next is name list and invite. First stage of name list is 64 facts in 9 grade. After that, we have to upgrade to 250 facts. We can learn it in advanced class. This is, and I'll show you how the 9th grade looks like. And the next is, we only list the name and no need other info. And we can priority to 16 people to those who wish to earn extra income. Then cooperate with our leader, ask for their time and do lesson 1 together. Remember that lesson 1 not just only OPP. No matter we do demo or chit-chat at cafe are also lesson 1. Just to make sure our purpose is to OPP them. But don't forget to complete lesson 1 with OPP and demo. This is how the name list 9th grade looks like. You can also refer to your outline. This also. So the next is invite. Always give multiple choice to our prospect, such as you choose Monday or Tuesday, weekday or weekend, 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. No matter which they choose, both answers are also yes. If they're not sure about the time, never mind. We can set the time first, then confirm it later. Because if we set the time, they will have the impression. And also we can remind ourselves through calendar. It doesn't matter how you invite your prospect, you can find out which is the most effective way for you. The second point is we only invite 1 people in every appointment. Because if we invite 2, if one of them say no, then the other will got a high chance to say no too. But for couple or husband and wife, we can meet them together because they will know what we are doing directly. For the venue, we can meet at shop, house, meeting, or center meeting, any environment. So how to invite? Nowadays, many of us like to invite through social media, but call is the most effective way to invite if we dare to do it. If we want to invite through social media, then we'll have to do it a lot. Maybe it is hard to get 3 replies in 10 people. So maybe we have to send it to 20 to 30 people. So For the OPP and products demo, if we follow up them with action step, we can see that 1.4, learn all the supporting documents. In the value, there is multiple income. At that time, we can extend it again to them. So action step is not used to analyze and monitor our downline. All we need to do is to teach them and how to use it, so they can review themselves. This concept is very important. We have to understand it. We can also use to monitor them, but not to force them to do anything. If they know how to use it and review themselves, will be more easier. They will know what they didn't complete even though we haven't told them. So we just have to teach them how to use it to review themselves. So for the demo kit, can be reminded in builder list. For the ABC rule, we can also be reminded in action step. For the skill duplication, help see and monitor. Maybe some of the builders will feel stressed during the appointment if we go with them. We can ask them not to worry because I'm here just to advise. So, how many times should we help see and monitor our downline? Our guideline is 3. Help them 3 times, see them 3 times, and monitor them unlimited time, just to make sure they can duplicate it. So for the answering objection, 80% can be solved in OPP and products. 20% are in personal, such as I don't have time, my parents not allow me to do this, and so on. How we can improve our confidence in this? We can refer to action step 1.3 and 1.4. Learn the way to share it. For the personal, we can learn from house meeting, center meeting, and CD. So we'll learn and know how to deliver the message. And also, we have to do more and learn in experience. Remember that we are not going to attack them. We just try to solve their problem and make them tempted, not to scold them. We can also get an answer from the answering objection booklet. You can ask your upline if you don't know what is it. What is it? So the next is communicate to planning. When they choose to become builder, we have to meet them twice a week and 2 hours in every appointment, which is also our house meeting and center meeting. Communicate and plan the time with them. This is also in our builder list. For the position, let them choose in between these 3, which is user, part-time, and business. Part-time is 9%, business is 12%. Maybe some of you may think that this is over, but it is possible to make it because some of them wish to change, use, know, share faster. So they're willing to follow it. It is possible, and just see how confident you are. If we are students and not confident to say it, we can also give another choice, which is depend on their budget. No matter it is 100, 200, or 300 ringgit. Why position is important? Why spending money on products for self-use is important? because of the concept of change, use, know, share. Refer to builder list, explain this concept to them and help them to position so that they will know the value of our products. It is okay if they don't want any choice of them, but they have to accept that their result with the concept of change, use, know, share. If they wish to have the result fast, then change it fast. Make sure to let them know the product knowledge when they purchase it, so that they will know the value of the products and repeat sales. For the 3 weeks protection is to create 6 appointments and complete lesson 1 and lesson 2, which means 2 appointments in a week. So let us make a quick revision from step 1 to step 4. So step 1 is 10 plus 3 plus 1. If you don't have any idea, all you need to do is try to get the 10 effective call. Then you'll get 3 appointments for lesson 1, which is 1 plus 1 plus 1, the second key. Then we proceed lesson 2 after lesson 1. After lesson 2, we must remember this concept, golden 333. This is just an example in the front and see whether this is for a building. We have to help see and monitor them, which means it is important to do it full in the first 3 days. If we didn't do it full, maybe they will just stop after these 3 months. So for the 6th key is 9044, which is also 2043. 20 is stand for sign up 20 people. Then we'll get 4 builder in between them and duplicate 4 generation. It is the same event already changed to 9044, but just to remind us to complete this in 90 days with 4x4 structure. Which means width 4 and depth 4. We can achieve 12% for sure if we complete 9044. We can done this by integrating our resource. We'll get at least 4 builders if we follow full OBB. We don't have to do super sales, so here is how it works. For the example here, we assume that every product is 10 PV. So now, in the first month, we got 10 ABOs and each of them purchased 2 products, which is 20 PV times 10 people. So there will be 200 PV. In the second month, we asked each of them to add on 2 products, which is 40 PV times 10 people. So there will be 400 PV. In the third month, we increase the number of ABOs to 20 and doing the same to each of them. All of them purchase 4 products, so there will be 600 PV and so on. we just doing the simple step, but the more we do, the more we gain. We don't have to sales 50K to become super salesman, because if we did that, we can only achieve one time, but it is hard to maintain the sales in the following months unless we got the ability to, if we sell and then we have done the prepared part. Remember that it is not complete in the because are just but the no more. So here we can see, before talking about the 7 key, so here's the 7 key. The 7th key is help the deepest, but not much people can activate it because their 9044 haven't done yet. So what is the 7th key? Which is we have to find the deepest leader and help see monitor them with 9044 structure. Find the deepest leader, builder in every market every month. Help them set target, breakthrough, and do all the basic work. Who is going to help? It is our upline DD or 21% will accompany and help together until there is a new qualified BB. We can also base on every situation. This is only happen when we done 9044 in 4x4 structure. We can activate this key if we build with the sun structure like this. So if we activate the 7 key, then the 8 key butterfly effect will happen. Remember that 7 key is to find the deepest in the market and help them. Then butterfly effect will happen. Example, if I am 21% or DD, who should I cooperate with? It is G. So I'll help him break through his 3%, which is 250 PV. Then what will happen after this? Before this, F has only 500 PV and haven't break through his 6%. But because of we go down and cooperate with G to break through his 3%, maybe you get blurred, but try to analyze. I got the 250 good PV from G and add on his personal 500 PV. He has 750 PV now. So how many PV left if you want to achieve 6%, which is 900 PV? He left only 150 PV. So will you fight for it? Yes, for sure. So F achieved 6%. Then will it affect to E? His personal PV is 1200 PV. So add on 400 group PV from F. His total PV is 1600 PV. Now he left only 150 PV to achieve his 9%, which is 1750 PV. So will you fight for it? Yes, for sure. Will it have any impact to D? So D add on 550 group PV from E. He can achieve his 12% with just another 300 PV and so on. Before this, A has only 9000 PV. No matter how he do, there is still a gap between 21%. But after this, he gained another 2500 PV just because we did the 7 keys, help the dippers and the butterfly effect happen. Now A left only 1000 PV to achieve his 21%. Before this, how many PV he has to create? It is 3500 PV. But now, because of the 7 key and butterfly effect, he just need to create another 1000 PV to achieve 21%. So we'll see that many people break through in this month. So we'll realize that if someone break through their 21%, there will also many people break through together with their 12, 15, and 18%. This is how 7 keys and butterfly effect works. But make sure we know how this system works. Then we'll realize that this system is very powerful because if we want to break through, then we have to help others first. Make sure we understand it. That's why when we talk about 7 and the 7 key and butterfly effect, we have to link it back to our multiple income. So this is how 7 key and butterfly effect work. So that's all for 8 golden keys basic. This can also duplicate to your downline 1 to 1. Why we have to do this? Because we need to align our mindset language with our group and duplicate the same. That's why we also have 8 golden keys advanced class once every few months. Just to make sure and align our group mindset and language. So 9044 is our first target when we start our Amway business. Let us have a quick revision. The first thing to do is 10 plus 3 plus 1 because we want to find people for 1 plus 1 plus 1 appointment, which is the second key. After we got the appointment, what we have to do is lesson 1. This is what all we are doing. But make sure to complete it with OPP and demo. After that, we will proceed lesson 2. Lesson 2 is to improve their skills, confidence, and reduce their suspicion. Many of them not willing to come out for lesson 2. It is if this happens, we can invite them for tea, lunch, or dinner. This is the last thing we can do. If they still don't want to meet, then we can go next first. Follow up them later. So what we can do during lunch and dinner is slot in value to them, like normal chit chat. This is a good way to follow up too. So after lesson 2, we'll know their power in these few months, which is golden 333. So we have to help see and monitor them. So the first key to 8 keys are what we need to repeat and non-stop doing until we done our 6th key, which is 9044. If it is not enough, then we can start another round of 9044. And after 9044, then we can activate 7 key and butterfly effect will happen. This is how the SOP works. The result is for us if we follow it completely. What we can analyze is it we complete our 9044 in 90 days or in 365 days, which is 1 year, because this business is for ourselves. We decide what's the speed we want to. But if we wish to have the result like this, then we'll have to be a good follower and follow this SOP in completely. You can learn more details in 8 Golden Keys Advanced class, and also you can ask your active upline and DD for more if you got any question. So thank you for listening and see you at the top.